a ring should not. A ring is the symbolic piece of a proposal. It is not the proposal.
Okay.
You know, I could with Kiara, I could hop down on one knee right now with a tomato seed and say, "Will you marry me?" And I have no doubt she'd be like, "Yeah." But
Hey guys, if you're watching this video, you are experiencing life with me, Ayana B, and welcome to the experience. All right, guys. So I have a guest. Say your name. Say your name.
My name is Payton Doyle.
Payton with an A.
Payton with an A. P-A-Y-T-O-N.
Payton, not Manning. Okay, so guys, I just thought in my videos I always give like advice, but I thought I'd switch it up, and I like when people are in my videos. I like these features. So Payton's in a relationship, and I'm not. So I thought it could be like a cool contrast because we're doing relationship scenarios. How long you been in a relationship for?
About 2 years and a month.
Woo! Yeah, that's a lot. That ain't for me, but I'm so proud. So I'm going to read like different relationship scenarios, and me and Payton are going to answer them. Like, we disagree on everything, so this is going to be interesting. I say
except pancakes and waffles.
Pancake. Wait, waffles, right?
Waffles.
Waffles. Okay. Now, your spouse changes his/her mind about having the children a year into the marriage and no longer wants to have any. Is that grounds for divorce? A, yes. B, no. Or C, it depends.
I say C, it depends. You know, it takes a lot of more talking to do.
Facts.
You know, I don't think it's be like, oh, you changed your mind, absolutely divorce. At the end of the situation.
Okay.
Definitely going to require a lot of conversation, though.
So you think that you can compromise on something?
No,
right?
maybe not compromise, but I feel like there's a lot of discussion that needs to happen before you can make a decision.
Okay.
You know, for me, a lot of prayer with your spouse, but, you know, it's an important thing just to talk about. I don't think there should be any quick decisions.
Touche. Yeah. I think for me, if the person is straddling the fence, like if you're straddling the fence and saying, you know what, maybe I want kids in the future, and you're open to it, then I don't think that's grounds for divorce, because that's something, it could be a conversation.
Right.
But if you're like, no, and you know deep in your heart of hearts, like, nah. And your spouse is like, yeah, I want kids, I'm sorry. I don't understand how you're going to compromise on something. Like, I wish my husband would do that.
Someone's going to have to give in.
Somebody's going to have to give in or leave. Okay. Next, what's the biggest deal breaker? A, baby mama/baby daddy drama.
Okay.
B, no money. C, no education. Or D, no sense of humor.
Ooh, for me, no sense of humor. That's a
what I
quality
said.
of life aspect, you know? You can get past all of that, you know? You can get past drama.
Okay.
You can get past, what was the second one?
No money.
No money. You can get past no
You can
money.
get past that, right?
Yeah, you can find jobs.
Facts.
The third one, you almost got me there for a second until you said humor. I mean, because, you know, usually education leads to a lot of good places.
Yeah.
But that can also be overcome quite easily.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good paying jobs that don't require near as much education as a lot of people think.
Facts.
But sense of humor, that's a must-have. You know, it's a
Yeah.
quality of life.
Yeah, for me, like, the baby mama/daddy drama, depending on the people and how, like, problematic they are, that can be eradicated. No money, I do feel like a person can be just, like, in a financial rut and have that season of financial instability.
Absolutely.
Exactly, that's something can be changed. And the no education, I've seen so many intelligent people advocating for change and, like, actually making an impact.
I mean,
and they
where do we measure intelligence?
Where do we measure?
Because sometimes intelligence isn't based on education.
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't take as much education to do more mechanic work and welding as compared to law, but they're very essential.
Exactly. And like with education, like I do feel like it's based on your ability to remember things. I think not all of it, but a good majority of it. So
I mean, often standardized tests is just not how smart are you, it's how well can you take this particular test.
Preach! Okay, next. Okay, after 5 years together, your fiance confesses to cheating on you in the first month of your relationship, but never again afterwards. What are you doing? A, thanking them for being honest and getting married. B, calling just the B, just calling the wedding off, or C, calling everything off, relationship included.
Is there a medium between, like, not the first one, like not getting married like that? That was very quick. Forgive and get married.
Thank you so much. Right.
I guess if I had to pick out of those options, I would pick the first one.
Really?
First month. The first month of dating is a very tumultuous time in a relationship.
Okay.
For me, it wasn't, because it was a very honeymoon phase for me.
Right.
Like, I was very like,
That's what
in a
I'm
relationship.
saying. The first
But some
month.
people, you know, they treat the first month as very much a trial period, which is completely understandable. You know, you want a serious relationship, but you gotta give people time to warm up to that, I guess.
What? respectfully disagree. Okay, the trial period is the talking stage, Payton. What? That's where the trial period is. But when we're in a relationship, that first month, that we locked in, okay? We're locked in. But I'm not calling the wedding off. That's a little, I'd say we're prolonging the wedding. I would prolong the wedding.
Yeah, there needs to be a middle answer.
Yeah. We're gonna straddle the fence on that one. Okay. Next, if a man can't afford an engagement ring, should he wait to propose or just do it anyway? A, wait because broke and married don't mix, or B, propose. It's the love that matters the most.
Okay. Man, I do a lot of mix and matching here.
You gotta answer.
Okay.
This is A or B.
B, it's the love that matters.
Okay. Okay. Tell me why.
Coming from a guy's point of view.
Okay.
A ring should not. A ring is the symbolic piece of a proposal. It is not the proposal.
Okay.
You know, I could with Kiara, I could hop down on one knee right now with a tomato seed and say, "Will you marry me?" And I have no doubt she'd be like, "Yeah." But but the ring is just symbolic to me, which I mean it's an important piece because traditional marriage values, which I do plan on using as an important piece.
Right.
But deep down, it's the love that counts more.
I feel that.
The stone.
I think that to me it's bigger than the engagement ring. I think the financial instability is the part that I'm worried about. I would definitely say I'm not marrying you. Like we're definitely not getting married physically and like moving in and all that kind of stuff and like having the wedding until you get your financial scenario.
What if it's just early on in the relationship? What if you're young? It's a young marriage. They're not in a bad financial situation. They just haven't made a bunch of money yet.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I don't really want an expensive ring, to be honest. I don't even want the diamond. I just want like
a medal.
right. No, I'm being for real. That's me. But dang, you're right. If it's young, you just show me.
It's my senior ring.
If it's young, dang. Okay, if we're young and we're both struggling and we're broke, okay, I can understand that. Do the best you can. But definitely, we're not entering a marriage and you're still struggling. That's problematic. Like, there's so many...
You want faith that it's going to be stable?
Yeah, so many divorces, Payton, happen because of financial instability.
50% of marriages end in divorce.
50% of marriages. That's problematic. That's scary. That's scary.
I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but...
You know, right? Who tested that?
Not me.
We just go along with things. Okay. Next question. All right. Bae owes you $50 from a month ago, right? Now, while you guys are out eating, he/she feels generous and gives the waitress a $100 tip. What you doing? A, admiring Bae's kindness. B, nothing because the tip isn't your business. C, asking where's mine. Or D, snatching your money out of the waitress' hand. Okay, D is excessive.
What was the first option?
Admiring Bae's kindness. B is nothing because the tip ain't your business.
Okay. I don't even need to look at the next two options. It's definitely one of the first two.
Okay, which one?
Probably the first one. Because if we're in a relationship, we're in it for the long run. They have a lot more time, to pay it back. Although personally, I would never ask my spouse to pay back like $50. If it was like if it was like a big purchase, I would.
Okay,
if it was like, hey, we're gonna go like, I'm gonna pay $4,000 on this one, but. Yeah, if it was a big purchase, but for those little moments, those are like small things where you can affect change in just one person's life and make their day better. Okay. I've got so much more time with my spouse to do something like that.
Okay, so. You know what? I like that. It's the tip that isn't the issue. The tip, I'm with him on that one, admiring Bae's kindness. But, something don't sit right with me. It's not the money aspect, because you're right. I'm not really the type to ask my significant other, hey, I paid you $10 like last week. Can you...
I need it.
I need it back. It's so petty. But I do think that it's principle. Like, you definitely should bring it up. If this is something, repetitive behavior, and they say, I'm going to pay you back, and then they don't follow through their word, then I'm bringing it up.
Right.
Because it's a principle thing. It's a principle thing.
I mean, it's if they're not consistent,
right,
with not paying you back for something like that, well then you should bring it up.
Okay.
For sure.
We here. Okay. All right. This is a weird one.
Right,
okay. During sex, you so weird. During sex, you notice your boo staring at something on the ceiling. You look up and see a poster of them naked. What would you do? A.
Themselves?
Yes.
Stare at themselves.
That's what I'm saying. A. Ignore it and finish. B. Try to cover their eyes so the focus is on you. C. Finish and ask about it later. D. Stop the sex since the mood is ruined. my thing is, you guys haven't noticed this before?
I'm a little confused. Like,
Me
do we sleep in the same bed? Like, do I go to bed and I'm like, hey, look?
Right.
Or is it something that's like enjoyable? You're like, hey, look.
Right.
That's a tricky one.
For me, I feel like if the mood is ruined, I'm sorry, I don't know. But if the mood is still there, I would finish, but then ask about it later. I'm like, yo,
Okay.
what would you do?
I don't know. I might have to stop.
Really? Oh, tell me why.
I don't know. I might just be. It depends on the situation. I mean, I've never been in that situation. Would I be like, oh, cool, I'm gonna stare up there too? Would it be more like I think I might have to stop just out of general confusion.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
I think it may not bother me. I might just be so genuinely confused. I might have to be like, wait a second.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Up.
So you're gonna stop. Okay. Oh, this is controversial. Okay.
Right. I like controversial.
Your best friend needs to crash for the weekend, but you're not at home.
Right.
However, your bae is. Would you let them? Now, a lot of people always have this thing. See, that's the thing.
I'm insecure.
Okay. So a lot of people always have this. Don't let bring the temptation in the home.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're doing? A, no. B, hell no. C, sure, why not? Or D, only if there's 24/7 video chatting involved.
I'd probably say no. I wouldn't say hell no.
Right.
That's a little too southern of me. Hell no. But
why?
I would say no because, personally with me, I've got some insecurity stuff. But also it's just kind of odd. If your significant other, your spouse is just chilling at the house by themselves, you're off for the weekend, doing whatever, business, hunting trip, whatever. And your buddy's like, hey, can I come crash at your place? I don't think it really matters how close you are with them. It's just kind of odd in general.
Okay. Okay, so what if that's the last resort for your best friend? Like homegirl or homeboy is homeless.
In that case, well, yeah.
Then
you look out for your homies.
Okay, cool.
You look out for them.
Okay. Yeah, that was me. I was like, first, if they came to me, I'd be like, you have to go to other people first.
Right, like it's too weird of a situation for me to automatically be like, yeah. But if it's the last resort.
Okay, let me play devil's advocate though. What about the trust aspect? What if like your significant other saying, yeah, let the person come over, like you should trust me. Then what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
if they're saying, if you can really trust them enough, and you've had reason to trust them in the past, it's definitely worth being there for your friend. Okay,
that makes sense. Okay, last two questions.
All right.
Is a man who hates his mom ready to be in a relationship?
No.
What? Okay. A, no. How he feels about his mom is how he'll feel about a woman. B, yes, the two have nothing to do with each other. Or C, it depends on the reason he hates her.
Okay.
Dang, you were quick. We might disagree on this one. Why?
It's definitely not. So, let me explain this first before I pick.
Break it down. Because you're a guy.
I was raised as a little southern boy.
Yes.
Still am. And so, boys should always love their mamas. Because, that's the person that brought you into this world.
Okay.
Who knows, maybe the person to take you out too if you disrespect them enough. But, the way you were raised to respect your mom is often going to be the way you were raised to respect women in general. Especially here in the South, it's like you respect your mom, you respect women.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna slap you, kid.
Right. Fact.
So I would definitely say no, unless there is a. I would go with C.
C.
So no, unless there is a really serious, deep reason for it.
Yeah. Like
some kind of major conflict in the past.
I feel that. I think for me, it's even a little sus. Like I really don't want my significant other, long-term partner, to harbor hate for just like anybody, But I really don't want. That's not really me. But we're human, so things will happen. But my thing, it's less about the feeling and more about how he treats her.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Because you can have negative feelings towards somebody, but still treat them with respect
all the time.
So if he's hating his mom, but then he's cussing her out and saying, "Yo, I don't like you. I hate you."
Start digging the grave.
You just dig the grave right now.
60.
But if he hates her, or he doesn't like her, has strong dislike towards her, but he still respects her, and he just doesn't talk bad about her. He just lists his reasons and keeps living his life, then okay. Why would you hate your mom? Okay. Respect. Okay, last question.
All right, I'm ready.
Theory on phone privacy during a relationship. A, what privacy? Ain't no privacy lurking his life. B, don't ask to see my phone and I won't ask to see yours.
Okay.
C, go looking for dirt, you're gonna find it. Or D, we can trade phones for a day and it wouldn't bother me. Trade phones for a day. We got too much stuff to do.
Yeah.
We
That's a little
trade
too
phones.
open. I mean,
Right.
like, there's other stuff to be doing.
Yeah.
What were the options again?
A, what privacy? We know privacy. B, don't ask to see my phone. C, go looking for dirt, you're gonna find it. And D.
Okay. It's definitely not A. There is privacy. You know, I think
Yeah.
there should be a good level of privacy between you and your significant other
Definitely.
because you're different people.
Exactly.
You know, like, yes, in marriage you are one person, but you are not. You know, you should not have everything.
Exactly.
I mean, not like secrets or anything. Just like, I mean,
You're still an individual.
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not like you have to hide secrets, is what I'm saying. But you know, it's not like every new development in your life you have to go tell your significant other. Like,
Exactly.
I run in, guess what, honey? Got a new zit. Like, this is something.
What? Did you just be giving yourself?
I mean, it's
so
just
random.
So definitely, I would go with Okay, personally, I could say D. Like, we could trade phones for a day and it'd be fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would want that.
Yeah, we got too much stuff to do in the day.
Yeah, like C, I normally would agree with C
Uh-huh.
in general. Like, but for me personally, you're not gonna find dirt. You know, but I'm saying like
You
there's
can't.
not on my phone and not on her phone.
Okay.
But generally in a relationship, I would say for most relationships, C.
See.
You know, you're probably gonna
If
find
you're
something
looking
you
for
don't
dirt,
like.
Yeah, that was me too. If
Right.
you're looking for dirt, you're gonna find it. But like you said, if I were to have a significant other, I would be clean. Like there would be nothing
Right.
where.
Right.
I be seeing videos where like the girl tries to take the dude's phone and he really be ready to hit her because he be trying to hide stuff and I'm like, yo, that's suspect.
Or then you see people where they're like, here you go, just throwing their phone at their other, like, okay.
I'd be like, right.
You know, I'm not gonna be like, here's my phone, please read it.
Facts.
But if you're like, hey, can I see your phone? I'm not gonna be like freaking out or fear. I'll be like, okay, here.
Okay,
sure.
right, take it, right. See, that's that security. Take notes, ladies. Anyways, all right, guys. So that is it. Peyton, thank you so much.
No problem.
Any relationship advice for them people who are young out there in relationships?
Have faith. Don't go too fast.
Yes.
And yeah, trust one another.
I second that. I approve this message. I approve that message. All right, guys, be safe. We try to do this video because there's a lot going on in the political climate right now. So just be safe out there. Try to de-stress. If you watch this video, you have experienced life with me, Ayana B. Thank you, Peyton, for being in this video. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Comment down below what you want me to do for video ideas. Bye, guys.